I want to do kind of a different style of video because I don't think my life is that interesting. Vlogging seems almost pointless. How do you learn to forgive a world that feels like it was drowning you in hate for so long? This question's burdened me for a long time, and I think I'd go to sleep asking to learn to forgive, because the hate that was corroding my heart was almost sickening. I wouldn't want to be alone with my thoughts. I wouldn't want to, go to sleep at night, because that meant I had to confront them. So I would wait until I was about to pass out, and then my mind was quiet. Because it's easy to run from your hate, but what you don't understand is it spends all that time bubbling up, and the 1 second that you're not ready, it catches you off guard, and it just pours out of you, and you hurt people you love, people you care about. So how do you stop that hate from festering? Well, it starts with forgiving the world. And I think oftentimes it starts with forgiving yourself, because if the world's treated you so poorly, how do you stop it from conditioning you to think that's what you deserve? How do I learn to understand that I wasn't so easy to hate, that it was people falling short, that I wasn't a burden to existence? I think you need to recognize that every individual is made beautifully and uniquely, and you were too. And I want you to try to look as hard as you can to see your youngest self, the innocent you, and all the love that they were worthy of. Instead of holding on to everything they lacked, start to think about everything they deserved, and then start translating that into yourself now. Are you treating yourself like a loving father or mother would their child? And people say, well, I don't know, because I never had one. But it's not difficult to understand that, like, a father shows strength and protects the child. A mother, warms and comforts a child. And it's instinct to an extent. So unless you're like severely dysfunctional, you know what you deserved. So try and carry out that justice onto yourself now. Are you still hurting yourself? Do you still have bad habits that are holding you back? Things that you would see a parent encouraging their child and you would judge them so heartily. Oh, how could they let their kid do that? Well, are you letting yourself now? Are you being irresponsible with your time? Are you hurting yourself? Are you abusing things that you should be having in moderation? Start loving you like you would have hoped that others would. And start trying to practice that outwardly on everyone else around you. So instead of it just lingering in you and you're trying to trap it in this little jar like a firefly so that you can understand it fully, start sharing it with everyone around you and watch it transform you. Even if someone feels like the bane of your existence, like there's somebody that you would sooner drown than lend a hand to help swim, that's when it's most important. Treat them like you would that little boy or little girl who never got the justice that you're convinced they should have had. Because when it boils down to it, we are all just products of failed parents, failed surroundings to some extent. No one is blameless in your past, especially you. And you'll see that as you get older and you deal with your present poorly, you will be to blame for your past. You have the ability now to improve things and to treat everyone around you with the dignity that you felt like you were lacking. And then watch that transform you. And then watch how you can change the world. There was a quote I heard recently, and it was, the smallest flame can light up the darkest of rooms. And it's up to you to be that flame. So if it feels like you live in a disgusting era or area or community, it's up to you to light it up. To start making change, starting within you and expressing it and projecting it outward. And that's such a beautiful gift, acknowledging the importance of self-responsibility. that I've been wronged so let it be my duty to make sure no one is wronged again in my stead. That's just everything to me. Because if I can take all of that evil that I suffered through and use it as a guarantee that the rest of the world won't suffer through it, not on my behalf, then it's almost like a gift. And then you completely start to reorient everything you've thought about pain and suffering. And instead of, this is what I had to do, it's, this is what I got. I got all of this. Now I get to speak to others and treat them well because of these gifts I've been given. Where if I would have lacked them, I never would have understood that I'm meant to share things. I'm meant to try and hold people to better standards and present that standard to them lovingly. That's what I'm meant to do. I never would have found that if my life was comfortable. And I don't know if that's still where I'm ultimately being called to, but I think we all are in some way, in small ways. I think we're all being called to lead the pack one way or another, just by example. And it sounds super cliche, like you practice kindness and joy and it will be the result of your life. And a year, 2 years ago, I'd agree. It's cliche. It doesn't actually work. You have to be in a happiness conducive environment to experience joy. Wrong. You have to create happiness out of any environment to experience true joy. That means acknowledging the responsibility placed on you to take your life into your own hands, forgive yourself, and forgive the world that hurt you. And understand that the world's hurt everyone, and we all have a little bit of that anger in us. And for you to acknowledge that hurt, but still open your arms to another human, softens the blow of the world to them as well. Creates a familiarity and a comfort if their anger hasn't reached too deep. And you can even create some beautiful friendships. But you gotta start.